The legacy that he has is that he has been able to do well as a lawyer and a human being, and yet have served many important institutions and causes, so that he's been able to, I believe, enrich himself, I think, while enriching others.
Well, I think my first impression of John was that he was just a really caring person. He was very interested in who we were. He asked me a lot of questions, I remember that, and wanted to know more about me, and he did the same with all of our staff.
Given all the givens, John filled a big bill for the Civil Rights Division because we had never really had a high-ranking Latino person in the leadership, and that was John's main contribution, and that was a major one.
In my opinion, what drives John is doing what's right. What's right in whatever situation he's in, whether it's at the Smithsonian Institution where he was general counsel, whether it was working at the Western Center on Law and Poverty, or whether it was working here at MALDEF. Always wanting to make sure that whatever was being done was really in the best interest of the communities that he served.
His influence really worked all the way through the National Park Service, as well as our organization, which was really instrumental in diversifying the parks with parks like Cesar Chavez, Harriet Tubman, Pullman, sites that told civil rights struggles. So he made a huge difference to us.
John went off to do other things, and one of the other things he did was to become general counsel of the Smithsonian Institution. And there's hardly any parallel to that kind of an accomplishment.
John is also a Renaissance man. I don't know if people realize that. You know, when you see him, you know, his love of art, his love of banjos, his love of the tango, of music, of zydeco dancing. John is not one-dimensional. He's multifaceted, and that's what makes him so interesting.
Well, John's a great teacher, and he's very patient. So I would say, as a leader now of a nonprofit organization, I think that I've learned to take some of that patience in, and also, you know, you're always driving for results when you're a leader of an organization. But John had a way of driving us without us knowing that he was really doing that. And again, it was his thoughtful way of questioning, of pursuing ideas, and being forceful when necessary to drive his opinion home. He was willing to debate. He was willing to sometimes be the most unpopular person at the table. And that's what it takes sometimes, to hear things that, you know, maybe you don't want to hear, but that's how you really drive change. So I hope that I'm a better leader because of John's influence.
That if we had even a greater number of lawyers that followed the example of John, we as a state and as a country would be far better off, because he's the type of lawyer, the type of human being that I think makes all of us a little bit better.